So good evening, everyone. Welcome to our evening ceremony. We're reciting in Chinese today. Oh, it's English. English Amitabha Sutra. Freezing to death, we do not scheme. Starving to death, do not beg. Dying of poverty, we ask for nothing. We accord with conditions, but do not change. We do not change at accord with conditions. We adhere firmly to our three great principles. We renounce our lives to do the Buddha's work. We mold our destinies as our basic duty. We rectify our lives to fill the Sangha's role. In encounter specific matters, we understand the principles. Understand the principles, we apply in specific matters. We carry on the single pulse of the patriarch's mind transmission. Ask myself, do I fight? Ask myself, am I greedy? Ask myself, do I seek? Ask myself, am I selfish? Ask myself to pursue personal advantage. Ask myself, do I lie? Ask myself to eat only one meal a day. Ask myself to always wear my precepts ash. These form traditions of the sage city of 10,000 Buddhas, and no one can change them. How is burning Ayola Dharma Ramri the fragrant from afar the Sivas hold the Buddhas all in illness witness. Rebless auspicious louder peering ardent searing tangent filling as the Buddhas as now show their birthday body. I Namo incense glageno Hopiaibo Orisava Aima Sava Ainamo incense glageno Hopiaibo Orisava Aima Sava Ainamo incense glageno Amitabha Sutra, Amitojing. Namo Sivas Lotus Pool Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo Sivas Lotus Pool Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo Sivas Lotus Pool Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The Sutra of the Buddha's teaching on Amitabha. Thus I've heard, once the Buddha Shakyamuni was staying at the Jeta Grove in Attamantika's park at Shravasti. 1,250 members of the Bhikshu Sangha had gathered there with him, all of them eminent arhats known for their higher knowledge. Elder Shariputra was there with other great disciples, such as Mahamagdhyana, Mahakashyapa, Mahakatadhyana, Mahakashtila, Revata Shuti Pantaka, Nanda Ananda, Rahula Gavampati, Pindola Bharovaja, Kaludayan Mahakapina, Vakulanani Ruda. The Bodhisattva Mahasattvas were also there. Dharma Prince Manjushri, Bodhisattva Ajita, Bodhisattva Gandhahastin, Bodhisattva Nidukta, and so forth, together with Shakra, chief among Devas, as well as multitudes from the heavens. Just then the Buddha spoke to Elder Shariputra, saying, west of here, beyond trillions of Buddha lands, there's a land called utmost happiness. In that land at this very moment, a Buddha named Amitabha is teaching the Dharma. Shariputra, why is this land called utmost happiness? The beings of this land never suffer. They're always happy. And so this land is called utmost happiness. Moreover, Shariputra, this land of utmost happiness is surrounded by 7 tiers of railings, 7 layers of netting, and 7 rows of trees. All of them formed from 4 kinds of treasures. For that reason, too, this land is called utmost happiness. Moreover, Shariputra, the pools in this land are made of the 7 treasures, and filled with water endowed with 8 fine qualities. Golden sand lines the bottom of every pool, and each is surrounded by stairways made of gold, silver, vaiduria, and crystal. There are pavilions adorned with gold, silver, vaiduria, crystal, grand clamshells, rubies, and carnelian. Lotus flowers, the largest carriage will fill these pools. The blue flowers shine with blue light. The yellow flowers shine with yellow light. The red flowers shine with red light. The white flowers shine with white light. They're all wondrous, fragrant, and pure. Shariputra, the land of utmost happiness, adorned with these fine qualities. Shariputra, in the Buddha land there's always celestial music playing, and the ground is paved with gold. 6 times a day, rain of celestial mandarava flowers falls. Early in the morning, beings in this land gather the wondrous flowers in the folds of their robes, and make offerings to trillions of Buddhas in other lands. At mealtime, they return, eat their meal, and walk in meditation. Shariputra, the land of utmost happiness, adorned with these fine qualities. Shariputra, there are also many colorful and wondrous birds in that land. White cranes, peacocks, parrots, egrets, kalavinkas, and birds with 2 heads. 6 times a day these birds sing in elegant harmony. They proclaim the teachings, such as the 5 spiritual faculties, the 5 strengths, the 7 factors of awakening, the noble eightfold path. When the beings of this land hear these birds sing, they grow mindful of the Buddha, mindful of the Dharma, mindful of the Sangha. Shariputra, do not say that these birds have been born to do their misdeeds. And why? In the land the 3 paths of misery do not exist. Even the names of these paths are unknown there. Rather, Buddha Amitabha creates these birds by transformation, the Dharma can be widely heard. Shariputra, in that Buddha land a gentle breeze blows on rosa jewel trees and jewel nets, making wondrous sounds, as if hundreds of thousands of musical instruments were played in harmony. All those who hear these sounds naturally grow mindful of the Buddha, mindful of the Dharma, and mindful of the Sangha. Shariputra, this Buddha land is adorned with these fine qualities. Shariputra, why is the Buddha named Amitabha? The Buddha's boundless light shines on all lands throughout the 10 directions. Nothing can obstruct it. That is why he is called Amitabha. Shariputra, the Buddha's life and the lives of the beings in his land last for infinitely many asamkhya kalpas. That is why this Buddha is also called Amitayus. 10 great kalpas have already gone by since he became a Buddha. Shariputra, among the disciples of this Buddha, there are infinitely many hearers of the teaching. All of them are Arhats, their numbers are beyond counting. The Bodhisattvas in the assembly are also uncountable. Shariputra, that Buddha land is adorned with these fine qualities. Shariputra, beings who are born in a land of utmost happiness, will never retreat on the path of awakening. Many will become Buddhas in their next life. Their numbers are beyond counting, and one can only speak of them as limitless, boundless, and incalculable. Shariputra, beings who hear this should vow to be born there, and join with these good people. Shariputra, beings with few blessings, virtues, and roots of goodness, cannot be born there. Therefore, Shariputra, good men and women hear about Buddha Amitabha, should always hold his name, with no other thoughts. By doing this for 1 day, 2 days, 3 or 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, as long as 7 days, when they approach the end of their lives, Buddha Amitabha will appear in front of them, together with his gathering of sages. When their lives come to an end, these people's minds will be clear, and they'll be born in Buddha Amitabha's land of utmost happiness. Shariputra, because I've seen these good results, I want you to know about them. Oh, hear what I said should make a vow to be born in that land. Shariputra, thus now praising conceivable merit and virtue of Buddha Amitabha. In the world's least there, Buddha Kshobhya. Sumeru banner, Buddha great Sumeru, Buddha Sumeru's light, Buddha wondrous voice, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers the large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all living beings should believe in this sutra, call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds to the south, there Buddha light of the sun and moon, Buddha light of renown, Buddha great blazing shoulders, Buddha lamp of Sumeru, Buddha limitless vigor, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all living beings should believe in this sutra, call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds to the west, there Buddha limitless lifespan, Buddha limitless hallmarks, Buddha infinite banner, Buddha great light, Buddha great brilliance, Buddha treasured hallmarks, Buddha light of purity, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. As he speaks these truthful words, all living beings should believe in this sutra, call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds to the north, there are Buddha blazing shoulders, Buddha excellent voice, Buddha invulnerable, Buddha born of the sun, Buddha nets of light, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system. as he speaks these truthful words. All living beings should believe in this sutra. Call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra in the worlds below, there Buddha lion, Buddha renown, Buddha light of renown, Buddha Dharma banner, Buddha Dharma practice, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers the large billion world system, as he speaks these truthful words. All living beings should believe in this sutra, call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra in the worlds above, there Buddha Brahma voice, Buddha king of constellations, Buddha superior fragrance, Buddha light and fragrance, Buddha great blazing shoulders, Buddha body adorned with colorful jewel flowers, Buddha king of sala trees, Buddha jewel flower of virtue, Buddha revealing all meanings, and Buddha like Mount Sumeru, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the hallmark of a wide and long tongue that covers a large billion world system, as he speaks these truthful words. All living beings should believe in this sutra, all praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, what do you think? Why is this sutra called the protection and care of all Buddhas? Shariputra, the Buddhas are protect and keep in mind. Any man or woman who hears this sutra, accepts it and upholds it, who hears the names of all these Buddhas, they'll never retreat on the path to unsurpassed perfect awakening. Therefore, Shariputra, all of you should believe and accept my words, what all other Buddhas teach. Shariputra, people already made a vow to be born in Buddha Amitabha's land, who are now making that vow, or who will make that vow. All are certain never retreat on the path to unsurpassed perfect awakening, and will be born, are now being born, have already been born in that land. Therefore, Shariputra, good men and good women who have faith, should make the vow, I'll be born in that land. Shariputra, does now praise the inconceivable merit and virtue of all these Buddhas. They also praise the inconceivable merit and virtue. Same Buddha Shakyamuni does what is difficult to do, especially in this Saha world in the evil time of the five turbidities, the turbidity of the Kalpa, the turbidity of wrong views, the turbidity of afflictions, the turbidity of living beings, the turbidity of lifespans. Amid all these, Buddha Shakyamuni has realized unsurpassed perfect awakening, and for the sake of living beings, he explains this teaching, which beings in the world find hard to believe. Shariputra, you should know that you're in the evil time of the five turbidities. I have done what is hard to do. I have realized unsurpassed perfect awakening. And for all beings I have explained this teaching, which is difficult to believe. This is truly difficult. When the Buddha finished teaching this sutra, Shariputra and the bhikshus, was the devas, humans, asuras, and others, rejoiced, believed, and accepted what they had heard. They bowed in reverence and departed. And of the sutra, the Buddha's teaching on Amitabha. Nammo Amidambo Yendo no Jendo Yendo Ni Yendo Amilindambo Bi Amilido Jidambo Amilindo Bijalandi Amilindo Bijalando Jimili Chichino Jido Jali Zambo Nammo Amidambo Yendo no Jendo Yendo Ni Yendo Amilindambo Amilindo Jidambo Bi Amilindo Bijalandi Amilindo Bijalando Jimmi Jejenado Jali Zambo Nambo Amilindambo Yendo no Yendo Yendo Niyan Amilindo Bobi Amilindo Jidambo Bi Amilindo Bijalandi Amili Bijalando Jimmi Jejeno Juro Jali Zoa Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times, contemplate the Dharma realm. All things are created from mind. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times. Contemplate the Dharma realm. All things are created from mind. Wishing now to understand all the Buddha Dharma realm. All things are created from mind. Angeladiya Swapo, Angeladiya Sambo, Angeladiya Zambo. Namam Bumbudi Li Jelindo Li Dando Yedo Ye. Namam Bumbudi Li Jelindo Li Dando Yedo Ye. Namam Bumbudi Li Jelindo Li Dando Yedo Ye. Anzandola Jedo Zambo. Sandola Jedo Zambo. Anzandola Jedo Zambo. Namam Buddha Flower Garland Sutra, the great expanded teachings. Namam Buddha Flower Garland Sutra, the great expanded teachings. Namo Buddha Flower Garland Sutra, the great expanded teachings. Namo Buddhism, the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma, the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha, the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Jakyam Munim Buddha, bounding teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva, love, compassion, graduating. Namo Earthstorm Bodhisattva, who rescued those alive and dead. Namo Ananda, who stated all the teachings. Namo Buddhism, the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma, the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha, the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Jagyam Buddhim Buddha, bounding teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva, love, compassion, graduating. Namo Earthstorm Bodhisattva, who rescued those alive and dead. Namo Wonder Ananda, who stated all the teachings. Namo Buddhism, the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma, the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha, the 10 directions dwelling for all time. Namo Jagyam Buddhim Buddha, bounding teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva, love, compassion, graduating. Namo Earthstorm Bodhisattva, who rescued those alive and dead. Namo Wonder Ananda, who stated all the teachings. We take refuge with the Buddha, we take refuge with the Dharma, we take refuge with the Sangha, we take honored as the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honor, teaching us to end desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honored among all the multitudes. Now we take refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, we refuge with the Dharma, we take refuge with the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, honored as the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honor, teaching us to end desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honored among all the multitudes. Now we take refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, we refuge with the Dharma, we take refuge with the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, honored as the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honor, teaching us to end desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honored among all the multitudes. Now we take refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. Buddhist karma, the mind, body, speech, and mind, through their craving, anger, and delusion from beginningless time. Buddhists now repent of all of this. Sentient beings, karma, the mind, body, speech, and mind, through their craving, anger, and delusion from beginningless time. Sentient beings now repent of all ill. Lonely spirits, karma, the mind, body, speech, and mind. Through their craving, anger, and delusion from beginningless time. Lonely spirits now repent of all ill. Countless beings I now vow to say, limitless afflictions I now vow to end. Boundless dharmas I now vow to learn, fearless Buddha and I vow to realize. Countless beings I now vow to save, limitless afflictions I now vow to end. Boundless dharmas I now vow to learn, fearless Buddha and I vow to realize. Countless beings I now vow to save, limitless afflictions I now vow to end. Boundless dharmas I now vow to learn, fearless Buddha and I vow to realize. Beings of my nature I now vow to save, all afflictions of my nature I now vow to end. Dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn, Buddha of my nature I now vow to realize. Beings of my nature I now vow to save, all afflictions of my nature I now vow to end. Dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn, Buddha of my nature I now vow to realize. Beings of my nature I now vow to save, all afflictions of my nature I now vow to end. Dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn, Buddha of my nature I now vow to realize. An balai moling doling zambo, an balai moling doling zambo. Moling doling zambo, an alula ni zambo, an alula ni zambo, an alula ni zambo, an bumbu ni jedoli nando yedoye, an bumbu ni jedoli nando yedoye, an bumbu ni jedoli nando yedoye, an zammeye zadowan, an zammeye zadowan. Anjameye Zadowa Namo Zawadando Yedo Alujudi Anzambala Zambalayo Namo Zawadando Yedo Alujudi Anzambala Zambalayo Namo Zawadando Yedo Alujudi Anzambala Zambalayo Namo Zulumoye Nando Yedo Yedarudoan Zulu Zulu Balai Zulum Bolai Zulu Zambo Namo Zulum Boye Nando Yedo Ye Darudo and Zulu Zulu Bolai Zulu Zambo Namo Zulum Boye Nando Yedo Ye Darudo and Zulu Zulu Bolai Zulu Zambo Wow 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 now wow wow one 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 now one namo dhammando modonan anu one namo dhammando modonan anu one namo dhammando modonan anu one namo mani jodan dagada namo merely jodan dagada namo wonders from the dagada namo vast expansive from the dagada namo far from beard and dagada namo sweet to kin and dagada namo lamin dan dagada namo many jodan dagada namo barely jodan dagada namo wonders from the dagada namo vast expansive from the dagada namo far from beard and dagada namo sweet to kin and dagada namo lamin dan dagada namo many jodan dagada namo barely jodan dagada namo wonders from the dagada namo vast expansive from the dagada namo far from beard and dagada namo sweet to kin and dagada namo lamin dan dagada. May this mantra bless the purest dharma given to all Buddhists. Since may they be content renouncing all their griefs, swiftly leaving darkness, born in the pure land, taking refuge with the three jewels, bringing forth the Bodhi mind, ultimately realizing unsurpassed awakening. May their merit and their virtue be unbounded for all time, sharing with all Buddhist offerings of Dharma food. May these mantra bless these gifts of Dharma food, given to all sentient beings, many as the Ganges sands. May may they be content, renouncing all their greed, swiftly leaving darkness, born in the pure land, taking refuge with the three jewels, bringing forth a Bodhi mind, ultimately realizing unsurpassed awakening. May their merit and their virtue be unbounded for all time, daring with all sentient beings, offerings of Dharma Vu. May these mantra bless the droplets of sweet dew, given to all lonely spirits, many as the Ganges sands. May they be content, renouncing all their greed, swiftly leaving darkness, born in the pure land, taking refuge with the three jewels, bringing forth the Bodhi mind, ultimately realizing unsurpassed awakening. May their merit and their virtue be unbounded for all time, sharing with the lonely spirits, offerings of Dharma food. To you, many faithful Buddhists, we now make this offering. May this pervade and quarter so of faithful Buddhists share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere, giving food to faithful Buddhists so you realize Buddhahood. To you, many sentient beings, we now make this offering. May this pervade and quarter so all sentient beings share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere, giving birth to sentient beings so you realize Buddhahood. To you, many lonely spirits, we now make this offering. May this pervade and quarter so all lonely spirits share. We now dedicate we're giving woe to lonely spirits, so you realize Buddhahood. And Moli Ling Labo, and Moli Ling Labo, and Moli Ling Labo. An ye nan lambo, an lai yong, an ye nan lambo, an lai yong, an ye nan lambo, an lai yong. The Heart of Prajna Paramita Sutra. When Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara was practicing the profound Prajna Paramita, he eliminated the 5 skandhas and saw they're all empty, and he crossed beyond all suffering and difficulty. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. Form itself is emptiness. Emptiness itself is form. So too are feeling, cognition, formation, and consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are empty of characteristics. They are not produced, not destroyed, not defiled, not pure. They neither increase nor diminish. Therefore in emptiness there is no form, feeling, cognition, formation, or consciousness. No eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, or mind. No sight, sound, smell, taste, objects of touch, or dharmas. No feeling of the eyes, up to and including no field of mind, consciousness. And no ignorance or ending of ignorance, up to and including no old age and death, or ending of old age and death. There is no suffering, no accumulating, no extinction, and no way, and no understanding and no attaining, because nothing is attained. The Bodhisattva, through reliance on Prajna Paramita, is unabashed in his mind, because there is no impediment, he is not afraid. He leaves distorted dream thinking far behind, ultimately nirvana. All Buddhas of the 3 periods of time attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Through reliance on Prajna Paramita, therefore know that Prajna Paramita is a great spiritual mantra, a great bright mantra, supreme mantra, an unequal mantra. It can remove all suffering, it is genuine, not false. That is why the mantra Prajna Paramita was spoken or recited like this. Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhisvaha. And in the heart of Prajna Paramita Sutra. Namo Amidambo Yedo no Yendo Yendo Di Yendo Amilido Bob Amilido Jidam Bobi Amilido Bijalandi Amilido Bijalando Jimilin Jijen Jido Yani Zambo Namo Amidambo Yendo no Yedo Yendo Di Yendo Amilido Bobi Amilido Jidambo Amilindo Bijalandi Amilido Bijalando Jimili Jijan Jido Jani Zambo Namo Amidambo Yendo no Yendo Yendo Niyan Amilido Bobi Amilido Jidambo Amilindo Bijalandi Amili Bijalando Jimili Jijan no Jido Jali Zwa May all the 4 kinds of beings reach the new land, and the beings of all 3 realms be born from lotus bloods. May all the miracles attend the 3-fold worthiness, and the countless angel ones ascend the 10 grounds. Amitabha's body is the color of gold, splendor of his hallmark has no peer. The light of his brow shines round 100 worlds. Wide as the seas are his eyes, pure and clear, shining in his brilliance by transformation. Are countless bodhisattvas and infinite Buddhas. His 48 vows will be our liberation. 9 lotus stages we reach the farthest shore. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kaidam Bhajanit Amidhamma. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kaidam Bhajanit Amidhamma. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Nammo Amitabha. Namo 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 Amitabha. Amitabha. Namo 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 Amitabha. Amitabha. Namo 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 Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Amitabha. Namo 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 Amitabha. Amitabha. Namo 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 Amitabha. Amitabha. Namo 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 Amitabha. Amitabha. Namo 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 Amitabha. 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 Bow in respect to the Venerable Master. That concludes our evening ceremony. Hope you can join us tomorrow. Same Dharma time, same Dharma channel. Wish everyone a good night. Amitabha.